Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be going through 6 months worth of my empties. This consists of some makeup bits and then mostly skincare, body, and hair care. I feel like this is a pretty good indicator of whether or not I like a product. Everything here I have used up completely, except for one product that I'm just honestly going through so quickly that I'm pretty sure by the time this video is up, it's gonna be an empty. So we'll get to it when we get to it. But I guess we'll just start off with some makeup bits. Honestly, it's just two categories of products, and that is lip balm and mascaras. Mascaras I like to throw out every 6 months just because once it expires, it can literally give you an eye infection. It can give me styes. So obviously I like to be very diligent about it. And once a mascara is expired, I will throw it out. So I have 5 here to show you. The first is the Same's Perfect Curling Mascara. I wouldn't repurchase this because it honestly smudged a little bit on me. It wasn't the most waterproof or smudge proof. So this is a pass. I have 2 of the Romand Hand All Fix mascaras. I have it in the long black shade and also the long ash shade. So these 2 mascaras were really, really good. I liked it for volumizing and lengthening my lashes. It stayed on all day. It didn't smudge or flake. It was more of like a clean lash look. It doesn't really plump up your lashes. It more so defines them, but it's a really solid mascara. So if you want to try out a new mascara, I highly recommend. And then the last 2 are from Bibia. You guys have probably heard me talk about them. I love both of these mascaras a lot. This is the Bibia Never Die mascara, and this one is the Bibia Never Die Mascara Extreme. So this one's supposed to be a little bit more volumizing, a little bit more lengthening, and it just makes your lashes look a little bit more plumped up, whereas this is a little bit more of like a clean everyday lash. The formula is amazing. It's a very easy formula to work with. I really like the brush because the Romand brush is actually very similar to this. It's the same slightly curved wand. Let me just show you actually. It's very, very similar. Why don't I just hold them side by side so you can see? So the lighter shade one is the Romand one and the darker shade one is the Bibia one. You can see the wand is very, very similar. I think maybe the Bibia one is slightly thicker, but in terms of the effect, it's honestly very similar. I would say I like the Bibia formula a little bit more. I just found it a little bit easier to work with through my lashes, but in terms of the actual hold and effect, I think they're really similar. So you can't go wrong with either of those options. And the last makeup empty is the Ulla Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. This is in the, oh, do they not say? They don't say the name. I think it's called Citrus something. I'll add it here so you guys know, but this is a clear-ish lip balm. It kind of has like a yellowy tint, but once you put it on your lips, it's pretty much clear. This is my #1 favorite lip balm for an overnight lip treatment. So I use this every single night before I sleep. And that's how I'm able to go through it so quickly. But yeah, this is fully empty. I love this formula a lot. Okay, now we're moving on to skincare. I'll kind of follow the order of a skincare routine. So I'll start with face cleanser. So for makeup remover, I have the Hara Hara Wonder Black Rice Moisture Cleansing Oil. This is completely empty. I've already repurchased this. I'm already going through my 2nd bottle. I think this is honestly my 2nd or 3rd empty, but I didn't start keeping my empties until 6 months ago. So I would say this lasts me about 3 months, 2 to 3 months. Yeah, I really like it. I feel like it's a very great and effective makeup remover. It doesn't sting my eyes, it doesn't make me break out, and I feel like it really just cleanses my skin, and this is a really good non-stripping makeup oil remover. And then in terms of gel cleanser, I finished 2 of these CeraVe foaming cleansers. This is the slightly smaller size and this is the bigger size. I finished them both up. I do use this with my husband, so he uses this as well. We both have combination acne prone skin, so this works really well for us. It just helps to get rid of any of the extra oils in our skin. It also doesn't strip our skin too much to make it like dry, and it's a very inexpensive cleanser, so it's easy to stock up on and refill easily because you're not going to break the bank. Next we have toners. So the first toner I have that I've emptied is the Cetaphil Soothing and Comforting Cica Balancing Toner. I've already opened my next bottle of this and I'm already going through it because this is a really great gentle toner that is very soothing and calming on my skin, especially when my skin's a little irritated or I'm breaking out. I feel like this just really helps to calm my skin. It also doesn't feel heavy or thick. It's a very lightweight texture, as you can see. So it just sinks right into the skin and it doesn't really leave much of a residue behind. On the other hand, I also really like the Anua Rice 70 Plus Ceramide Glow Milky Toner. I have the little travel size that I've emptied and also the big size that I've also emptied. I like this more for the drier winter months when my skin feels like it needs a little bit more moisture. This is definitely a more moisturizing toner compared to the Cetaphil one. That one, because it's so lightweight, it just like sinks right in. This I feel like is a little bit more moisturizing, so it almost leaves a more moisturized layer on the skin, which I sometimes need. The rice bran water is also very calming and soothing, and my skin just drinks this up. My skin loves it. I haven't opened up a new bottle of the milky toner yet because I feel like my skin doesn't need it during the summer months, but I feel like when fall comes around, I'm definitely going to open up a new bottle and start using it again. Next, we have serums, and I have 4 empties of the Anua Rice 7 Plus Ceramide Hydrating Barrier Serum. I love this stuff so much. To be fair, my husband uses this too, so we've gone through a lot. I honestly can't say enough good things about this. It's just a very hydrating barrier serum. I feel like it really helps to plump my skin. My skin never feels dehydrated, and even when it's feeling kind of oily, like during the summer months like we are in now, I feel like this isn't too heavy for my skin. It almost just balances out the moisture levels of my skin. There's also a tiny bit of alpha arbutin in this, which is really great for helping to brighten any acne marks on your skin, any post-inflammatory pigmentation, or just hyperpigmentation in general. This is just really great for evening out that skin tone, but it's still so gentle, and it has a very nice snail mucin texture to it. I honestly don't think I could live without this, so I'm obviously already going through another bottle of this right now. Next, we have a skincare treatment. So this is the Differin Adapalene Gel 0.1%, and this is, oh, the same thing, but just in a bigger bottle. So yeah, I have 2 of these Differin Adapalene gels. I really like this for helping keep my acne at bay. I do have acne prone skin. This just helps to gently exfoliate my skin. It doesn't irritate my skin to the point where it starts to flake like tretinoin once did. This is just a very gentle acne treatment that is super effective for me. I know for some people adapalene isn't enough to keep them clear of breakouts, but for me and my husband, we both use this, and I feel like it just keeps our skin looking really clear. Obviously, we still get our breakouts, but it's nothing compared to what it was before. So we are already going through another adapalene gel. Now we're moving on to moisturizer. The first 2 that I want to show you is the Purito Oaten Calming Gel Cream. It has oat seed water in it, and it's a very soothing, lightweight gel cream. I've gone through 2, and I'm going through my 3rd bottle right now. I feel like I've also emptied more than what I have here because I've been using this for years now, actually. This is a really great, gentle gel cream that keeps my skin feeling moisturized without being too heavy. I feel like if my moisturizer is too heavy, I will start getting really, really oily throughout the day, or I'll just start to break out because it's just too heavy for my skin. This doesn't make me do that. It just feels really, really nice. It has kind of like a jelly texture, and I don't think I could live without this. I use this throughout all seasons, from summer all the way to winter. I feel like it's just enough hydration for me. Also, if you guys are curious about my current skincare routines, I did just post a morning and evening skincare routine video, which I will try to tag here, and I will also link it down below in the description if you are curious about how I layer these products and what other products I'm currently using. So definitely check that out if you haven't yet. Next, we have the Iliune Ceramide Atto Concentrate Cream. This is another cream that I really like, especially for the drier months. I still sometimes use it over the summer, but I use this more so in the winter when I feel like my skin needs an extra layer of hydration. I kind of use this more like a spot treatment before I sleep. So I like to put a thin layer of this around my eyes. I like to put a little bit around my mouth, and then also on my neck. So I don't really have like a dedicated eye cream or neck cream that I'm using. I just use something a little bit thicker like this just to help keep everything nice and plump. I also like to use this on my body. I do have like a travel size version of this that I keep in my travel bag, and I will use it as a body cream when I'm traveling too, because I like to keep my whole body moisturized. I also want to give a shout out to the Estura Atto Barrier 365 cream. This is just a really nice moisturizing cream. This is the cream that my husband uses. He likes it a little bit more than this gel cream because it's just a little bit thicker. I more so use the other ones, but I thought I would just give it a shout out as well. Now we're moving on to sunscreen. I guess I'll start with this one. This is the Round Lab Birch Juice Sunscreen. This is super moisturizing. It's very, very creamy on the skin. I would say if you have especially oily skin, maybe don't use it. But if you have combination dry, normal skin, I feel like this is a really great option to use. It honestly just feels like a nice creamy primer, and makeup just goes on top of it so nicely because it's so hydrating, and it does leave a nice glow to the skin. This is the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Hyaluronic Water Fit Sun Serum. Also, all of these sunscreens are SPF 50 PA+++++, 4 pluses. I don't know how many I just said, but 4 pluses. This is a really great sun serum. I use this year round. I would say this is a little bit less thick compared to the Round Lab. It's a little bit more of like a serum-y texture. It's a lightweight formula, so it just sinks right into the skin and it gives you a really nice glow. Again, it's also a very good primer for under your makeup. And I've also gone through so many bottles of this, as well as the Round Lab sunscreen. I just don't have them here to show you, but these are two of my ultimate favorite sunscreens ever. And the last but not least, we have the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Pro Biosica Glow Sun Ampule. This is a much more moisturizing sunscreen. It has a slightly thicker, more creamy texture compared to this light blue one. I would say it's also creamier than the Round Lab sunscreen. So this is definitely for people with more dehydrated skin. If you have dry skin, you're going to love this. I probably can only use this in the winter months, which is exactly when I use this. This was recommended to me by one of my best friends who has very dry skin, and she loves this so much. And after trying it, I would also recommend it to anyone who has very dry skin. And since emptying these sunscreens, I have opened up a new bottle of the Skin 1004 sunscreen because it's perfect for summer. Okay, before we move on to body and hair care, I just want to shout out 3 toothpaste empties that I have. They're all from the brand Youthimol. I think that's how you say it. I have 2 of the original whitening toothpastes. So they have the pink cap, and we also did go through the purple. I think this is the purple whitening one. It kind of has a slight purple tint to it, so it really helps to whiten your teeth. I found it really effective. The only downside to these toothpaste is that they don't have fluoride in it, which I only recently found out. So now I'm using the Marvis toothpaste, which does have fluoride in it. So, I mean, I would repurchase this, but I feel like you can't just rely on this toothpaste alone. You would have to use something with fluoride because it's better for your teeth, and I don't want my teeth to be falling out when I'm older. So, okay, now moving on to hair care. I have 2 shampoo empties to show you. They're both from Way. This is the Way Detox Shampoo. I've gone through probably 5-6 bottles of this at this point. My husband also uses this because he does use a little bit of like pomade or wax in his hair sometimes, and this really helps to get the product out. It's also just really great for deep cleansing the scalp, so there's no buildup. I use this once to twice a week, and then the other times I will use the Way medium hair shampoo. This is a little bit more gentle for every day, so my husband uses this most of the time, and then he'll use this for more of like a deep cleanse, same as me. I just think that these shampoos are really great. They don't strip my hair too much, they don't make them feel dry or brittle, and they keep my scalp really happy and healthy. Aria's just making her way on top of the couch. What are you doing? Do you like the smell of shampoo? Where are you going? Okay, she's back to doing her thing, so let's carry on. I highly recommend both of these shampoos. They are quite pricey, but I would say to just stock up whenever there's a Sephora sale or you see the Way website on sale, because I definitely think they are worth trying out. Moving on to hair masks, I have the Pantene 3-Minute Miracle Total Damage Care Hair Mask. I've recommended this to so many of my friends who have reported back saying that they love this product. This just makes my hair feel so soft and silky, and it also smells really good. So I really like this hair mask. I'm currently going through another bottle of this. The last hair product is the Kerastase Discipline Keratin Thermique Smoothing Taming Milk. So it's a blow dry care for unruly hair. I wouldn't say I have unruly hair, but I do have quite coarse hair, probably because I have a little bit of bleach in it. I just have very minimal bleach, as you can see, because my hair is so dark, but I do bleach the highlights that I have that's just like running throughout my head. So I do like to use something that is going to help smooth and condition my hair out of the shower. So this is what I'll use before I blow dry my hair. I just add kind of like a quarter size amount, and I'll just run it through my hair from my eyebrows down pretty much, and just blow dry it out, and it makes my hair so soft, silky, and it smells really good. So I'm already going through a second bottle of this, as well as their other heat protectant. It's like a light pink one. I'll add everything here so you know what I'm talking about. I'm also going through that. Okay, last but not least, body care. I will go through a body wash first. So the first body wash is the Iliune AC Cica Trouble Clear Body Wash for acne prone skin. It has 2% salicylic acid in it, which is really great for me to use after a very sweaty workout. So I work out a lot and I'm a very sweaty person. So especially in the summer months, I like to use a body wash that has an active ingredient in it. So it helps to really deep clean my skin and exfoliate so I don't get acne, I don't get, breakouts in random parts of my body from all the sweat, which is kind of sounds disgusting, right? But this stuff works. So I really like this body wash. I'm going through the Some by Me AHA BHA cleanser right now. That one's also really good for my body. This is actually a huge bottle and it took me so long to get through. If you're someone who gets like bumps on the back of their arm, I feel like using an acid-based cleanser will also help to get rid of that. I highly recommend it for people who work out, people who have bumpy skin. This will help you a lot. And then when I want more of like a fun body wash, I like the Way Body Cleanser. This is the St. Bart's scent. We've gone through so many bottles of this because it honestly just smells like summer. It has a really nice summery tropical scent to it and it always just makes me feel like I'm on vacation when I am using this. So if I didn't work out or I'm not like especially sweaty, I will just use this body wash and it just makes me feel really nice and clean and it smells really good. This is also what my husband uses and we both love it a lot. Now the last category is body moisturizer / body oil. So for body moisturizer, I've completely finished this Cetaphil moisturizing cream for dry to very dry sensitive skin and I have very dry body skin. So my face gets kind of oily and it's combination, but my body is really dry and I love this stuff so much. I've completely emptied it and this got me through all of the dry winter months. This is not my first empty of this product. I've gone through tubs and tubs of this. This is probably my favorite body moisturizer ever. If I could only choose to use one body moisturizer for the rest of my life, it would be this. It's great. If you have eczema, if you have any irritation on your skin, you can still use this because it's for the most sensitive of skin and it's a very nice, thick, creamy texture. It's a very nice, satisfying cream to apply on your skin. But recently, for the summer months, I've been treating myself to a little bit of a body oil. This is the Saltaire Saltwater Vanilla Nourishing Body Oil. I have this much left, but keep in mind, I got this maybe a month ago. I've gone through this so quickly. It's actually kind of shocking and now I'm panicking because I don't know if I can buy Saltaire in Hong Kong. I need to find a new body oil. I'm thinking maybe the L'Occitane body oil, the almond oil. I'll be honest with you, usually when I'm gifted the L'Occitane products, I'll just give it to my mom because I know she loves it so much. And I have so many products to go through that I don't need to hoard everything. So anyway, now I'm kind of hooked on the body oil lifestyle. I just turn off the tap when I'm done showering. I won't towel off yet. And in the shower, I will quickly apply this all over my body. And I really work it in so you're like almost creating like an oil water emulsion on your skin. And then you take your towel and you just pat yourself dry and your skin just stays really smooth and silky and soft because the oil kind of creates an occlusive layer and locks in all that water from your shower. But yeah, this is pretty much going to be an empty in like a week. So I just wanted to share with you guys. Also, the fragrance on this smells so good. It smells like a mix of like a beach vacation with some like sweet dessert, like a cupcake or something. I just love the way it smells on my skin. So those were all of my empties from the past 6 months. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more of these empties videos. Maybe I can do them every 6 months. I think my husband's going to be very excited to see that all of these products will now no longer be in our bathroom and I can finally throw them away. I'll see what I can recycle. But yeah, this will probably clear up some space in the bathroom, even though I'm probably going to start collecting my next 6 months of empties. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my empties. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the products that I used here. I will link everything down below like I usually do, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!